Part 3 of this commentary on the book of Job. In the beginning of the book of Job, really at the genesis of the book, Hasatan had contradicted the Lord in front of the whole heavenly assembly. He knew what man was. Man was abominable and corrupt. This was a foundation for his objection against God, saying Job was upright and perfect. He knew what man was. Man was abominable and corrupt. This was a basis for his objection against God, saying Job was upright and perfect. Job was a man, and Hasatan knew what man was. His accusation against Job was an accusation against all men. But there was another, it could be said, stealthy accusation, one that the heavenly assembly would have recognized, but one that was not been well recognized by us. It was an accusation against God. Hasatan was accusing God. According to Hasatan, something had been preventing the heavenly assembly from clearly seeing that man was abominable and corrupt. Hasatan saw the concealment and recognized the perpetrator of the concealment. It was God. He was paying men. He was paying a bunch of mercenaries so as to conceal the true nature of what man was. As long as God kept paying men, some men might seem upright and perfect, when in fact all men were abominable and corrupt. This accusation against God, this contradiction of the Lord, was another reason for the collective gasp by the heavenly assembly. This was very high drama. At the end of the book of Job, when the Lord appears and speaks to the gathered group, his last words rebuke Eliphaz and the other two friends. The Lord tells Eliphaz he and the other two have not spoken rightly about him. It was a serious rebuke. The Lord goes on to state that Eliphaz and the other two friends must offer sacrifices, and Job must pray for them. Otherwise, the Lord would deal with them according to their folly. This was the same folly in Hasatan's objection to God, in his contradiction of the Lord. Hasatan had not spoken rightly about God, accusing him of being a mercenary paymaster who was concealing the true nature of what man was from the heavenly assembly. Hasatan was proud to tear away this veil so the heavenly assembly could clearly see what man was. So the question, how do we speak rightly about God, may seem a candidate for the central question of the book of Job. No, it's not just a candidate. It most certainly part of the central question. The two questions, what is man, and how do we speak rightly about God, are as two sides of the same coin, so to speak. Hasatan's sword cuts both ways. If Job is a mercenary, it is because God is the paymaster of mercenaries. If God is the paymaster of mercenaries, he is concealing what Hasatan had judged is the obvious answer to the question, what is man? Man is abominable and corrupt. In the book of Job, the fusion of these two questions provides both the light to understand the book and the superabundant energy to appreciate the awesomeness, wonder, and beauty of the book. It is breathtaking and sublime. This video ends here. Up to now, these beginning videos have been about the first 2 chapters of the book of Job. The book is 42 chapters, so there are 39 more chapters yet to be touched. But the light from the central question will illuminate these chapters so we can see and understand the book in this new light. We will also see how integrated and coherent is the entire book of Job. On to the next video, the 4th video. But first, a video about context. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May his face shine his light upon you. For who is like God?